there, I hope you're well. So tonight's vlog is inspired by a film I watched last night called Icarus, and it's basically about how they've managed to uncover the whole Russian drug scandal. Yeah, really good film. I really recommend it if you're interested in that kind of thing. And yeah, so as I say, it's inspired by that because in terms of injury, I know I have a bit of personal experience which I can relate a little bit to Russians and as well I've read an interview a while ago in which Jenny Meadows, she was beaten to the gold. I think it was at a European Indoor Championships, it might even have been a World Indoor Championships, and in the interview afterwards she said that getting beaten in that race, because she was one of the favourites to win, it really inspired her to just up her training, but instead of having the effect of improving her performance, she just got injured, and she really regrets letting somebody else having affect her training. So, and obviously it then turned out that that person that beat her was on drugs as well, so it was like she was sort of striving to try and beat somebody that actually wasn't better than her, really. And similarly, when I got my bronze medal at the Europeans, I was beaten by 2 Russians there. So yeah, certainly that winter, because I mean I didn't have proof that they were cheats, but you kind of like, yeah, it was sort of accepted knowledge that they kind of always that they were, but I was still sort of determined that I thought I'd be able to beat them, and I was going to do it fairly, and I was going to just train extra hard, and I was going to be a full-time athlete now, so I was going to be able to dedicate myself to training. And I had also like the British girls that I'd beaten that season that were really like hot on my tail, so effectively I just wasn't focusing in on myself, you know. I was sort of striving ahead to try and beat these Russians, and then I was being chased from behind, and yeah, as I say, it just caused me to overtrain and dig myself into a hole and get injured an awful lot more than what I used to do. So yeah, I guess the key message I want to get across today is that just focus on yourself. Yeah, when it comes to training, you never know what other people are doing in their training, and the more you kind of second guess it and sort of yeah, pummel yourself, I guess, thinking that that's what's going to be what's needed to help you beat people, then it's often not the case. You know, you just got to really respect your body, and still work hard, obviously, but just try not to think about other people. So I'd say that's the main point, and then there's a couple of side points as well that I thought would be a good opportunity to raise. So one of them is that I have people ask me whether I'm upset by the fact that I was beaten by those 2 Russians, and do you know what? I'm not. Yeah, I suppose it's a bit annoying, but like, being upset about it is not going to serve me in any way. You know, it's out of my control, the situation, as much as, you know, I'd love to have been able to prove that they were taking drugs and you know, sort of get recognition for, you know, the fact that I probably would have won the race, but you never know. Anyway, yeah, so it's basically, it just didn't serve me, and so, but what is great though is that and it's now being backed up by films like Icarus, with you know, the incredibly brave and courageous people that are in that film. Like, there's people like literally risking their lives to try and uncover this drug scandal, but it does sort of reinforce to me that you should have faith in humanity, and that the truth will out eventually. And so instead of sort of like regretting what happened for years and years and just thinking, oh, it's so unfair, you know, I've just sort of chosen not to do that, and then now, without me having to do anything, the truth is coming to the fore. So there's that the truth will out. Another side point is that why I didn't really get upset is because my main motivation for doing athletics was not always money and like success. I'm not gonna lie, definitely played a part. Like, who doesn't like winning? And if you can make a living from it, amazing. But my main motivation has always been like a sort of a personal challenge, just to see how good I could be, and just to really challenge myself to do my best. And I knew in that race, and you know, in any race, that's what I was doing. I was doing my best. And so regardless of the outcome, that, you know, I was sticking true to that as being my main value, our main aim in athletics. And actually, you know, I've written here that I very much doubt that I would have been any happier had I won. You know, with the more money and the more acclaim. If anything, it might well have made me more stressed, because I had like more to live up to, more responsibilities with more money and things like that. So yeah, yeah, just I don't know for sure in that respect, but maybe I'm just telling myself that. And yeah, so in terms of just going back to the personal challenges, the last point now, I think it is okay still to be inspired by others. I'm not saying that it's just me on the track and I'm not sort of like thinking about anybody else. It's just a personal internal battle. I think it's a good thing to be inspired by others, and no doubt you can be pulled to faster times and better things by watching others. But I think you can be inspired either by love or by fear. And so if it's a fear that, you know, you're going to get beaten, or that you're going to lose face in some way, or yeah, not be perceived as good as what you once were, then I think that's a negative thing, and I think that's more likely to cause injuries. I think if it's inspired out of love and just a sort of playfulness and an enthusiasm, then that can bring like a healthy result of inspiration. So yes, waffling as ever, but I hope you might have found something useful as ever. Okay then, take care, have a good week, bye bye.